Hi everyone, today we will be coloring the little boy from the You're My Person stamp set that was included in your January Crafty Crew kit. I'm going to set that aside, and I have some Nina paper. I'm pretty sure this is 80 pounds. I'm going to use the little baby We Are Memories stamp positioner to stamp him down because it is the perfect size. And for no line, I like to use Desert Sand Memento ink. It's like a orangish grayish color. When you go over it with Copics, you can't really see it unless it's like a white, but I like it. It's really nice. Stamp it down there. Perfect. So now I'm just going to grab my scissors and cut him out really fast. There we go. And now let's get to the coloring. So I'm going to start with E23. We're going to give him blonde hair. And I'm starting right at the top of his head and just making a few flicks. There's like little sections in his hair. And I'm just putting about like 3 to 4 flicks down. And then I'm going to get the little swoopies on the side. Again, just like 3 or 4 little flicks. And now I'm getting his bangs. And sometimes when I'm doing hair with no line, I will kind of outline the edge and then start making flicks so I don't go outside the line. So now we are done with E23 and we're going to move on to E55. And now that basically the mapping of where the flicks are going to go, this part's a lot faster. And even with this one, I'm only making about 3 or 4, maybe 5 flicks. And I'm just bringing them up a little higher each time I use a different color. for these smaller areas, if you fill in the whole thing, that is fine because it's in the back, so it's probably going to have a little more shadow on it. And now I'm not filling in the whole thing, but I'm using E53 to pretty much fill it in. There's like a little teeny tiny space where there isn't, where there's just white. But on the smaller spaces, like the little ones on the top of his head, those ones I'm completely filling in. And these ones I'm completely filling in. And now I'm going to finish it off with E51. And I'm not really going over the whole thing, just wherever there's white, I'm going over that. So now I'm going to do his eyes. When I do skin with no line, I always do the eyes first, so I know where they're at. When I do the skin before the eyes, sometimes I can't see where the eyes are, so they get lost and then it just looks like splotches and weird. So I always make sure to do this part first. And I'm just outlining that solid piece. And there we go. Now I'm going to do his eyes blue, and I'm going to start with B05. And I'm just getting right under the black circle, bringing it out a little more with B02, and then finishing it off with B00. So now I'm going to use a Signo gel pen and put some sparkles in his eyes. And now for the skin. First I'm going to get his hands, just kind of outlining his fingers and getting right below his sleeves. And then for his neck, right under his chin. And then right where his collar is. And then I'm going to go all the way under, like outlining his bangs. Get his nose. And then bring all that out a little bit with E21. Now for R20, I'm just going to give him little cheeks. And then bring it out a bit with R30 and kind of round it a little bit. And now for E00, I'm going to bring it out quite a bit now, and then we'll finish with E000. But with this one, we're bringing it out a lot more than what we did with the E21. And I kind of outline their eyes a little bit so I don't go into the white. And now finish it off with E000. And then for W2, I'm going to go right along where the black part of his eye is, since your eyes have little shadows. And then bring it out with W00. And then this ear looked kind of light right there, so I went back with E double. I'm going to do this tie with R27 and kind of just get the knot and then one side of his tie. And then the little strap bits. And then bring it out a little with R05. I'm going to finish that off with R02. And I'm going to give him a white shirt. I'm going to kind of outline his tie and his arms with W2. I'm going to get his collar like right on the top. And then like the bottom of his arm. And I'm going to make little folds. And I'm going to bring it out a little bit with W0. And since it's supposed to be a white shirt, I'm not bringing it out too far. But it is pretty light, so if you do that, it's fine. But so there's no like visible lines, I'm going to go in with W00 and go over all of it. But I'm still leaving a little white in there. And now for his jeans, I'm going to use BG78. Kind of get under his shirt, in the back of his leg. And again, I'm kind of just outlining everything before I start pulling it out a bit, just so I don't go out of the lines. And then the same thing on this leg, just under his shirt, his hand. And then bring it out a little bit. And then for BG75. And I'm going to finish off his jeans with BG72. I wanted to give him a little brown shoes, so I'm going to start with E99, kind of get by his pants and then the bottom of his shoe. And then I'm going to outline the little details that are on his shoes. And then I'm going to bring that out a little with E15. Had to go back with E99 and get some more under his jeans. And then to E97 and filling it all in. And there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!